fantastic. Hey, 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 you're feeling fantastic. Hey, hey, hey.
Hello everyone, thank you for clicking. As always, this is Indigo. You've come to the right place. Get wrapped up in a blanket, turn off your lights, hug your cat, cause this one's gonna be a hell of a ride. Now, I don't know if y'all are familiar with the YouTube iceberg. Tove has a video explaining it perfectly, probably better than I could do. If you don't want to get directed to multiple YouTube channels for references, basically what the YouTube iceberg is all of the videos on YouTube, except it slowly gets more disturbing and more disturbing the further down the rabbit hole you go. This covers nowhere near the whole YouTube iceberg, but it covers enough to give you an idea of what it is. I'm going to show you a series of videos, but they slowly get more disturbing. As you can see, that video wasn't too scary, but it was also slightly disturbing. These slightly disturbing videos are a big part of YouTube. I think the reason why these videos are mainly so popular is because of people spreading them around to scare their friends, or YouTube autoplay. The videos I show you are slowly gonna get more disturbing. So just in case at the beginning you weren't paying attention, this will contain disturbing content. Viewer discretion is advised.
No! No!
That 6-second video that you just watched has managed to spark the interest of over 10 million people. If you didn't notice, there was a similarity in the past two videos that I showed you. I showed you almost human-like things that you knew were not human. If you don't know, this effect is called the uncanny valley. I just described it to my best ability, but in case you didn't pick up properly, here's a video perfectly explaining the uncanny valley effect.
So a lot of people have been commenting on my videos about the uncanny valley effect, and I wanted to address that one. The uncanny valley effect is something that supports these theories that I've been putting forward. Essentially, the idea is that as something begins to look more and more like a human, we get more and more comfortable being around it. Hence why you would be very uncomfortable looking at a spider or a snake or something like that, but if you saw, a puppy, then you're fine with it, and chimps, we don't really seem to be very afraid of, even though chimps are terrifying. But as something begins to look more and more human, to the point where it's just a little bit off, that's when we start to freak out. We get this sense of dread and something is wrong. Our instincts kick in. We can pick up that that thing is not supposed to be that human. And this effect occurs right before we get to actual humans. What you get is a graph that looks something like this. Things like industrial robots down at the bottom, humanoid robots at this little peak, healthy humans at the top. People begin to get super uncomfortable right here. And that's where the flesh pedestrians are.
And that is the reason that I showed you those last two videos, because they are disturbing for that reason. Moving on past the uncanny valley effect, there's stuff even more unsettling. Not because they look disturbing, but because of the things in the video that happen. A perfect example of this would be blankroomsoup.avi. Blankroomsoup.avi is a video of a man eating something that looks to be like soup. The video isn't too bad other than the fact that he is occasionally spitting out his food and crying, and you don't really understand why he's doing that until you see the door open. A man then walks in with a costume of what seems to be a baby, unless it's a costume for something I'm not picking up on because I'm too young. By the way, if you say that, you're stupid, leave. Anyways, back to the dumb, stupid, creepy video. If you haven't seen this video, you have no clue what I'm talking about, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you see for yourself. This video is just extremely disturbing, and I actually got really upset whenever I had to record this. I was playing Google Snake while I was screen recording it. Anyways, now that video may just seem like some harmless thing that some fucking teenagers did whenever they got bored. And that might be the case, but the theories behind it are terrifying. If you don't know, some of the theories are that he's eating his wife and daughter. So what you should have picked up from that video is that it's either 3 teenagers fucking around and having a good time, or 2 men in costumes committing acts of terrorism. You choose which one you believe more. Now, since we can't really confirm if that's, real or not, I don't put it as high on the list as another Uncanny Valley Effect video. This one was extra disturbing, and I've had a little bit of background with it. It came on YouTube autoplay at 2 a.m. whenever me and my cousin were watching YouTube. I was like 10, he was probably 7, and we looked each other dead in the eyes, and since we couldn't find the remote, we had to turn off the TV by unplugging it. Then, since it was complete silence, he pulled out his iPad and I pulled out my phone, and we watched YouTube until we both fell asleep. So that video just pretty much brings back memories of me being at my cousin's house and getting terrified at 2 a.m. So that's fun. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the video.
I've seen fantastic. Hey, hey, hey. You've seen.
Now, obviously, it is pretty unsettling, and you think, well, maybe it's just someone messing around. They just got really excited that they programmed a robot that looks like Taylor Swift for some reason to, literally sing. But then you realize they are trying to actually creep you out whenever you hear it say run. Anyways, I'm not going to edit anything that has to do with that video, and I'm going to try to get it out of my sight because it's really disturbing. I don't know why. Anyways, moving on to the next video. So this one is an Uncanny Valley. It's nothing that involves murder. It's just really, really, really unsettling knowing his dedication to this. I'm sure you're familiar with the series Sitting and Smiling. It so far has gone up to number 314. These are 4 hours of doing exactly what the title says, sitting and smiling. And the reason I call this disturbing, normally it'd be pretty normal, he just challenged himself. But the reason I put it on this list is because this man actually got robbed and kept sitting and smiling. I managed to find the clip somewhere on YouTube.
Hello?
Now, I guess this wasn't really a robbery. I kind of exaggerated that a little bit, but it's still really creepy. And if you think it's fake, let me show you how it's not fake. This man has the utmost dedication to this series. Watch this shit. If you didn't notice it, I'm gonna let you rewatch it one more time. Now, if you still didn't notice it, what I needed you to notice is that this man pissed himself. Here, look, real close. See that? That's pee. That is literal fucking pee. He just pissed on the floor and he's still sitting and fucking smiling. This isn't a joke anymore. Actually, it never was a joke. This man got robbed and now he's peeing on the floor. And pretty much after someone interviewed him and asked him why he did it, and he said it would be an interesting video for the robbery and for the peeing on the floor. On that note, I'm going to have to end the video because I need to post this already since it's already edited because I'm trying to FaceTime my friend and go take a shit. So, anyways, peace out, nerds.